to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on a brand new hop that is hosted by Shannon and it is called The Next Big Thing. Make sure you check out my description box below. There is a playlist for the rest of this year for this fun hop. This hop is going to have us using larger elements on our scrapbook layouts, and for the month of April we are going to be using an 8x10. I have scanned and reprinted one of my wedding photos. This photo is a picture of me and my little sister Melanie. We are 9.5 years apart, and she was my flower girl, so she looks absolutely stunning in the dress that I believe our mom made for her for my wedding. We bought the bridesmaids dresses, but I'm pretty sure mom made that dress for Melanie. And then, of course, somebody provided a beautiful headband for her to wear. And anyway, I am using 49 Market's One Perfect Day, and I have kitty cat friends who are adamant that they need to be up here today. Not sure why. And I haven't gone through and pulled exactly what I'm going to be using. This is a beautiful, one of the newer collections by Joanne Bain. It's gorgeous. Like, it is absolutely stinking stunning. And I tried to avoid purchasing the parts that had a lot of wedding things in them, but there are a couple things in the element pack still. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to make some decisions. I'll be right back. All right, I narrowed it down to 3 pieces of paper. I will use the one with the brick as my base, this one here. I'm going to cut the branding strip off, set this aside. This gray and white striped one, I'm going to cut the branding strip off, set it aside, and then I am going to flip it over so that I get it on the side that I want cut, and I'm just going to cut off a 3/4 of an inch by 12 piece that I will then cut in half. This piece here I'm going to use to mat my photo. Cut the branding strip off. I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo, get that on here, make it fairly easy to do. I love this piece of lace background. When I purchased this collection, I didn't really have any intention of doing any wedding photos, so it's just kind of funny that I decided to pull out this 8x10 and use it for this hop and with this collection. I'm going to scuff up the edges of a few things here, and then I will be inking the edges with some aged mahogany distress oxide. Really was surprised at how good that color looked with this, but it matches this collection perfectly. I'm also going to go ahead and scuff up the gray and white striped paper as well on the top and the 2 short sides. I'm not going to do the bottom side because it's going to get tucked underneath the photo with some as a layer, so I didn't see the sense in and scuffing up that edge as well. So brushing my desk part off, and I'm going to grab some ink. I'm only going to ink up a little bit. I'm going to use this aged mahogany, and I'm going to ink up the photo mat and those gray and white striped paper. And then right before I finish, I also ink the background, but I don't do that on camera, so you'll have to wait and see that in the close-ups at the end of the video. This goes relatively quick. And of course, the inking just kind of gives it a little bit more texture to go along with that distressing that I've already done. I love this little gray and white striped paper. I actually struggled with cutting it because I like the back side as well, so I made sure I cut from the edge that wasn't as pretty as the one on the other side, so that I wouldn't feel like I needed to go out and buy a whole new pack of paper just for one sheet of paper, because yeah, that's how my brain works. I'm adding the title here on this lower right hand corner at first, and it doesn't stay there. I don't really care for it. I'm going to scuff up these 2 little labels here, and one of them has some wordy bits on it. It says like photograph memories or something like that. And those are going to actually end up staying right there. Now I have this set of curtains. I really wish that it was taller, but I cut it in half because I'm going to go ahead and put it on either side of my photo, and I'm going to build a large layered cluster there from those curtains up. I put the columns down, and I'm going to put my title here. I like where the title is down. I'm pretty happy with that. Moving some things out of the way that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use, and now I'm just going to kind of play around with some of these flowers. I love the flowers in this collection. They're really, really pretty, but I wanted some smaller ones to sit on top of the columns, and I found 2 sets. I think they're identical, but they might not be perfectly identical. It seems like there was 2 of every type of flower in this little set here, so I'm just kind of pulling just this kind of the small ones. It'd be cute if I had a little pail or like a flower vase or something to stick those in, but we're just going to tuck them behind that column and call it good. I like how that looks so far. I'm going to go ahead and find another flower, and I'm going to put flowers on the top of those curtains. First, I'm going to play with this title a little bit more. It really is going to land basically where you see it now. I think I move it down so it's not sitting on my dress as much. The point of this photo wasn't necessarily my dress or the bride. It was just a cute moment that the photographer caught between the 2 of us, and pretty happy with how that looks so far. I'm going to add this label here in between the layers, just kind of an additional little piece. I thought I might actually put the date or something on it, but I don't end up doing that. The date ends up in my journaling. I'm going to add a couple of these striped hearts. There's 3, and that's pretty much it. All right, so I finished this layout. Off camera, I added some foam adhesive here and there, and then I decided that I didn't like all this blank space up here, so I popped out another set of those flowers and just kind of made them fit above. Added my journaling, got everything else on here, and I also inked with the aged mahogany distress oxide around the edge of the background paper, kind of to match how I did it around the scuffed up edges of the papers that I layered behind my large photo. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. I adore my subscribers, and if you have any comments or questions, drop those below. I will get back to you. Even if it's just to say hi, I will say hello right back to you. I enjoy interacting with you, the scrapbooking community. I enjoy spending time with you, and if you want to spend more time with me, I do have a Facebook community group, and you are welcome to join. Just answer those questions and agree to the group rules, and you'll be good to go. Make sure you check out that description box for that playlist down there, and check out what everybody else is doing with this month's prompt, which is an 8x10 photo. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.